The premise of this video is quite simple. Health is the basis for everything of value in your life. It is the foundation upon which everything you love about your life stands. And it also feels good. All of these habits are literally enjoyable in the short, medium, and long term. Of course, better health does not guarantee a happy life, but there's literally no chance that being healthier makes your life worse. No one looks back on their life and says, wow, I wish I had been less strong, less flexible, less muscular, more tired, had less energy, was fatter, got sick more often, and was more stressed out. And you're not going to either. I realized this 10 years ago when I was 25, and over the last decade I've been experimenting with improving my health through positive action. This is going to be a list of the highest ROI habits to amplify your life without completely consuming it, meaning in just a few hours a week, you get benefits that you can enjoy 24/7 for decades. And again, you don't have to put in some monumental soul-crushing effort into this. Just try to make small changes sustainably, aim for reasonable consistency, and gradually improve them over time as the gains stack up. No one's asking you to live like Brian Johnson. Just honestly try to be consistent with these, that's all. First up is sleep habits. I'm starting with this because for most people it's the low-hanging fruit. At least 1/3 of your life should be spent asleep, so you might as well do it better. Now, I understand that many people really struggle with sleep and find it to be a huge source of stress. I say low-hanging fruit because most of our sleep hygiene fixes are one-time decisions that once made can benefit you forever. First is darkness. If you wake up in the middle of the night and you can see anything at all, including your hand in front of your face, your room is too bright, and that's probably reducing your sleep quality. Step 1 is to remove all natural sources of light. That means blackout blinds. Step 2 is to remove all artificial sources of light. Your phone, TVs, computers, air conditioners, fans, etc. If you can see it, it's affecting your sleep. Tape over all light sources you can't remove and remove all other light sources that you can. Step 3 is sound. If you have noisy neighbors or live on a busy street, wear earplugs. I wear wax ones, and it takes a bit of getting used to, but it is an absolute game changer. If you minimize the number of things that wake you up, then over a lifetime, you'll wake up less often and be more rested as a consequence. Next up is flexibility habits. One of the principal reasons we're less comfortable, have more pain, and move less well as adults than we did as kids is because we're less flexible. We've lost the ability to effortlessly adopt any position we need in sport and in our daily lives, so we avoid everyday movement tasks that are actually very easy and good for us. And excess tension in our muscles cause more stress, make us less comfortable in everything that we do, and also hurt our sleep. This is second because it's also very low-hanging fruit. To improve your flexibility, you must spend time working your body near its max range of motion in a given position. That's all. There are tons of different methods that you can choose from. The one I like the best is called high-intensity stretching. By stretching intensely, we can achieve consistent, measurable increases in flexibility as adults in just 2 to 3 5-minute sessions per week. It's a low time investment, but extremely high ROI. Choose a compound stretch that currently is holding your back or where you feel the tightest. For instance, the splits, the pancake, or the back bridge. Work on that pose intensely 2 to 3 times a week for about 5 to 7 minutes whenever it fits into your schedule, like when your dinner is in the oven or while you drink coffee in the morning. When you've progressed far enough such that that pose no longer limits you, switch your focus to whichever area has become your current bottleneck. Check out the Finding Flexibility course below for a full, easy-to-follow flexibility program. Next up is strength. Physical strength and the muscles that come with it are some of the strongest physiological predictors of longevity. At some point, this will be the limiting factor in your quality of life, to live independently or to be put in a care home by your children. But even now, in your 20s, 30s, or 40s, though it probably isn't the number one limiter of whether you had a good day or a bad day, more strength is always useful. The stronger your body is, the less daily tasks intimidate you, tire you, and stress you. The more often you can say hell yes to fun, healthy physical activities. It's a hugely underutilized lever for health and quality of life, and it's why I call this channel Strong for Life. So how do you get stronger? You do resistance training. Again, like with flexibility, there's no limit to how much or how many different types of training you can do, but for most people, 2 to 3 sessions per week of 45 to 60 minutes each is a great place to start. With flexibility, we focused on compound stretches, and with strength, we'll focus on compound lifts like squats, pull-ups, push-ups, dips, rows, lunges, and hinges. Choose like 3 to 6 exercises per workout that you like, put in enough effort to get close to muscular failure in each exercise, and aim to add reps or weight every week. If you progress reps and weight for 3 months, you will absolutely get much stronger and you will notice carryover to everything physical you do in your life. I have tons of videos on this and a detailed strength training program coming soon. Next up is nutrition. This is definitely one of the most important areas of impact, but it's often the hardest to change for two reasons. One, you probably eat 3 times a day, every day, so making a small change to just one of those meals, 1 time a week, is a very low percentage change and has very little impact. So it's useful to make more drastic changes when it comes to nutrition. Two, it's the only area of our lives where our friends and family are actively trying to sabotage us. Let's not beat around the bush here. The cakes that people make for birthdays and the pizza and beer dates we have on a Friday night, while they do serve excellent social roles, they are actively poor choices for our health. But for most of us, it's only when these types of choices become our everyday normal diets that we run into problems. So here's a simple way to think about nutrition. Most of your weekly meals should be mostly real food products, meaning animals or plants. And so specifically, that's meats, eggs, dairies, fruits, and vegetables. Unfortunately, you won't find many pre-made consumer products that meet these criteria. In reality, eating healthy means shopping and cooking for yourself. But it's definitely worth it. If, say, 17 of your 21 weekly meals are real foods that grew, you're doing great. That leaves 4 times per week to share lunch, dinner, or brunch with friends and eat whatever you're craving. And you'll probably find that you start to crave foods that actually make you feel good. So the top comment on videos with this title is always, well, I did all these things and it still didn't fix my marriage, which to be fair is a great joke. But in reality, health is the basis for better living. The more things you have going right inside your body, in your biochemistry, and in your hormones, the more things are likely to go right in your mind and in all of the social relationships that it maintains. The better your body works, the better chance you have of having the energy to think and communicate clearly with your loved ones and show up for them when it counts. So yes, I do think doing all of these will save your marriage. All right, folks, thanks for watching. Share this with someone who needs to hear this, and let's get strong for life together. Have a great day.